do apologize for the lateness here, but we're going to get at it with episode 41 of Crypto News. I know Cody's not going to be joining us today, but kind of had quite a bit to go to, not a lot to go over. I mean, markets are still the same. Of course, we're going to go over some housekeeping. If you guys could like and subscribe and follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok, it'd be really appreciative. It's also open forum. Moderators are not yet in here, so do be patient. If I miss your comment, I am terribly sorry. Things happen. Just repost, or I'll try to get to everyone that comments as they come. So just bear with me there. But welcome in. We're going to talk a little bit about XRP, Chainlink, Quant, overall markets. A lot of craziness going on. Also, there's some news about Binance and the SEC targeting some of their smaller exchanges that are in the United States. So quite a bit to go through. As of right now, we have the Crypto Greed and Fear Index at 52. We're at about 0.5% down at 1.17 trillion in total crypto market. And it looks like trading volume is down about a little over 25%. So it's kind of stagnant. We have Bitcoin hovering at 29,000. We have Ethereum at 1851. Got good old XRP sitting at 63 cents. We have Solana holding $24, close to 25. We got Litecoin that did have that big drop. So I know a couple of you guys put some good shorts on that. So I hope you guys cashed out, made some money on that short, because it did drop about 20%. Not as much as I thought, 25%, but it did drop 20%. Shout out to Crypto Caddy. Welcome in, one of our longtime supporters. I see you there. Thank you guys for all your support there. We got Polkadot at $5 even. We have Chainlink at 762, still holding strong. We have Atom at 843. We have Hedera at 5.7 cents. And then, of course, we have Quant at 101.86. So it's still holding that nice area. So definitely see some good dollar cost averaging in. If you wanted to just do a little bit of dollar cost averaging in on any of the cryptos that you have, we are definitely in a good target area to do that. Although we still could see another 10% total dip on the main coins in the market. However, a lot of great news or bad news. You have the PayPal stable coin coming out, which is very terrible. And that is, how should I put it? That is does not bode well. CBDCs are going to be running rampant on that. It's basically the groundwork for it, but I don't like anything involving with PayPal because they're quick to cut off people, and I definitely not a fan of that. I like your money to be separate on that. And that's operating off of Ethereum, another big project, cut ties with Polygon and moved over to Ethereum. So Ethereum's looking like a good bet. Shout out to Britt. Is it morning where you are? Because it's nighttime over here. No, it's actually nighttime. I've just been up for over 18 hours. So, but hey, it is what it is. But it's coming up. I'm on Central Time, so it's coming up on 8 o'clock here. But we do got some news to go over with XRP. XRP has the SEC has appealed the judgment of Judge Torres, so that has a chance to go through. It's going to start the process, but I don't think it's going to win because it's kind of like a Hail Mary for Gensler, just so he doesn't lose the case, and he's trying to formulate his exit strategy out of the SEC, but there still has clarity because the ruling is that it was a security when it was sold to the institutions, but then when it was blanket sold to the public, it was not a security, it was a commodity. And I still don't see any downward momentum on there, but I'm still hoping to see a 55-cent XRP or maybe a little lower at 50 cents because it's still a good time to dollar cost average in, as we're expecting it to hit somewhere around I would say somewhere around 550, 575. So you can still get a nice big return on it in the coming 2 years of it, and overall in the long term. It's definitely got some built upon it. We have I think it was Suzuki Motors for their motorcycles launching their NFTs on the XRP Ledger network. So that is definitely all good news. However, the price did not budge much. We only went down really half a cent on the news of the SEC repeal or appeal for the case. So that means it was already priced into the overall price, but also it's kind of going still trading sideways along with the whole market. I don't think there's too much other news other than earlier today I had a big whale purchase $200 million worth of XRP. So if that shows you anything, follow the smart money. If you guys are holding XRP, that might be a sign there to either take a better look at holding or where you view XRP as a long term for you guys. So let's see here. Also, there's some news. Gemini is probably going to add XRP to their exchange. They didn't say it, but it's probably coming because the clarity is already there, and that's the one thing that they needed. But overall, XRP is still a great coin to have. Just make sure you pay attention to news, but ignore the FUD that's coming out because it seems like every time it comes out, the price drops 20%, and then you got these big whales coming in and buying up everything you're selling at a discount. So just be leery of that as you guys are going through. And as I go over to the next topic there, I just want you guys to know that it is open forum, so definitely shoot your comments out or questions. I'll definitely try to answer them as best I can. Shout out to Simple Man. Did SEC officially appeal the XRP case? Yes, they did. They made a statement on their webpage. They have officially appealed the case. Now, it's only in the stages. Now it's got to go to the Court of Appeals, and they have to approve it or shoot it down. And they may shoot it down because it was pretty clear and concise on her ruling with that. I want to kind of get into a little bit of Chainlink. As you guys know, that XRP is in our portfolio there, but I want to go into Chainlink here because looking at Chainlink, after I watched one of their videos by the founder of Chainlink, and it's looking very strong, very strong. If anything, Chainlink has been upgraded in a buy period. It's like I'm a heavy buy with it. And that's mainly because they're focusing on interoperability with seamless user interfaces. So they're trying to get it so anyone who is not accustomed to crypto, has very little understanding of how to use wallets and hard wallets and how to use smart contracts and everything else like that, it can be done seamlessly without the back end ever noting, kind of like an email. Like we all got different, we either have Apple or we have Windows, but we can send emails to each other. We don't know how the back end works. We just know that it goes to you. Shout out to ISO XRP, link 80 to 100. Yep, you're spot on with my price target. My price target is 105 at the height of the bull run for Link. But in the long term, we could see a little bit more if it wins the interoperability game. Shout out to Simple Man. I have Chainlink. Does seem strong. I hope it everything they seem to be doing, especially it's on their YouTube page, one of the videos about interoperability and kind of the roadmap to that. It was a very strong case. I would definitely, if you're in Atom, I would definitely swap it over to Chainlink because that's what I would do, because Atom was in interoperability, but they've slowed down where Chainlink is steamrolling through. So the only thing good now with Atom is that you're getting your 20 to 25% staking rewards, which at this point, it's still a good case. But Chainlink, as you see, we're not seeing the $5 anymore. If we go back a year on the chart. Actually, let me pull it up on KuCoin here. I don't want to pull it on there. Shout out to iOS XRP. Thanks for the follow. Really appreciate that. And shout out to Brother D. Thanks for the follow. Really appreciate you guys joining in and giving your support. Let's take a look at the link here. And as you can see here, they seem to have changed the layout a little bit. But let's go over to 1 day so we can kind of see. I think it's been a while since we saw $5. Yep, right here. So it was back in June, almost 2 months ago. That it was at the 4. I think the lowest was 4. Yep. Right here, lowest was like 482. Shout out to BrayK214. How did you know this invested before you knew before this stuff? I'm guessing, how did I learn how to pick this stuff? Well, really just trial and error. Actually, I still joined a stock club in high school when I was like 15, 16. And that's how I learned to trade. And I learned to trade with what was called sandbox program. So they give you like fake money and you get to, it does real-time trading, mimics real-time trading for you, but it's just play money. And you learn how to day trade, look at charts, make guesses and bets. And that's how I learned. So, and after about blowing up about 20 or 30 accounts in the first 6 months, I finally figured out how to trade properly and do everything like that. That's how I did it. Shout out to Crypto Caddy. Welcome in, another great supporter. Glad to have you in here. If you guys can get those likes and subscribes up, that'd be really helpful. Also, if you're on the YouTube side, definitely feel free to go in the chat. I know sometimes put your answers in the chat. I'll try to get you guys too. I know I'm the only one here going back and forth, but I'll do my absolute best for you guys. But I hope that answered that for you, BrayK. It was just a lot of trial and error, and then just learning and analyzing, picking my points, writing them down, seeing how I traded on there. Shout out to ISO XRP. Thoughts on quant? Actually, quants I always consider is, if Bitcoin's crypto gold and Ethereum is crypto silver, I consider quant crypto platinum, because they're tokenizing real world assets. I mean, Chainlink's trying to do the same thing, but I think the Overledger is a little bit further along with the tokenization of real world assets, which would definitely change how we would go through the real world. Because once you start tokenizing like property, titles of your car, titles of ownership of any asset, trading is going to be instantaneous. It would do away with the DTTC, the deposit of certificates for stocks. So if you move stocks off of the traditional certificates, if you don't know, stocks used to come kind of like it would look like a diploma or a degree. That's how a stock would look, and it'd be have a wax seal, 1 share of such and such company, and then they would give that to you. I think from 1950s, they went to the trading company, and then it goes into there, and then it just bounces around. So it's not actually physically leaving one space. It's just you have a record of ownership. With quant, that will become an NFT, kind of a token of ownership, and then you would have that in your wallet, and you wouldn't need to have a housing company anymore. Or if you're buying property, especially if you're a real estate investor, you no longer have to worry about title companies, because all you have to do is have 2 lawyers be witnesses to one person sending the title to another, and bam, 15 seconds done. It does work on the Ethereum. So when the height of the bull run does come, if you are holding quant, you will need a little bit of Ethereum on the side so you can pay those gas fees, because I expect the gas fees to be around $1,000 for each trade. However, with quant, Cody and I are anticipating somewhere between $1,500 and $2,500 price off of it, with the tokenomics and the value that's being brought, the Overledger, and all the smart money involved. It's definitely it's definitely looking like it's a power play. And $102 quant right now, it's a good time to start dollar cost averaging in and buying in. But keep in mind, I wasn't a licensed certified financial advisor. I was a licensed broker and trader. So I view it as a trade. I can only trade, buy or sell for you. I can't really give you much more other than to tell you if it's a fraud. Shout out to Dinesh Aurora. I hope I got that name right. Thanks for the follow. Really appreciate your support there, buddy. Glad to have you in here. And I hope I got that name right. I dislike getting people's names wrong there. ISO XRP, I was also thinking 1500 to 2000. Yep, I'd say that's a conservative estimate, but high end. I've seen as high as 5,000 for this bull run, and in 10 years or eight to 10 years, they're anticipating somewhere between 10 to 15,000, which would put it, I think, only half the. I think it would put it right close to the volume, the volume of ETH, but or the market cap of ETH, but you also got to remember with if we're expecting the crypto market to get into the trillions there, then we got to understand that what the market caps are right now and the dominance of the main coins right now are going to change. Although Bitcoin, in my opinion, will probably still hold market cap dominance just because it's going to be the one on everyone's tip of the tongue. Everyone who is unfamiliar with crypto will also still get into it. So just keep that in mind that we still have a long way to go with the run up of this. A long way to go. But overall, quant is definitely a buy. I would do it for a long haul hold. Although trading wise, it seems to be pretty consistent. If we look at let's do the 30-minute chart here. You can see here if we kind of test the 100 mark, we bounce back up to like 105. Lately, it's been 102, and it looks like it's starting to climb back up. But if you look here, we back a little bit more. You can see we kind of went up almost to the 115 range, and it was down at 101. So we're definitely looking like you can make some nice conservative plays on trades there, but I wouldn't time any shorts. I would just try to time selling and buying in and selling out. That'd be it. Other than that, it's the volume's pretty much the same on quant. I think as it has been for a while. Let's hear what's the volume. Yeah, just shy of 20 million in trade volume. So it's that seems to be the sweet spot. Although it's up 50% from yesterday in trade volume. So that means we were even at lower volume yesterday. But it does look like on the buy orders that you have a lot of people. There's a lot of buying, even if it's dust. There's buying. Like I'm seeing like 0.18, 1.47, 0.77, 0.002, 1.42, 1.51. So there's a 4.7, 6.76. A lot of it's is two or less. It seems a couple fours, things like that. So it seems like we're in a strong buying. So expect that price to start going up. Especially it seems like if we hit around like the mid between 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. is when prices start to go crazy. If it's on the upward trajectory, we'll get another 3 to 5 points up, or if it's on downward, you kind of get another 5 to 6 points down. But overall, quant is definitely one of the mainstays in the portfolio. It's like you definitely got to have it, especially with if they're. I mean, you got the fund manager of the Rothschilds in there. You have J.P. Morgan, you have Bank of America, you have Citibank in there. You have a several number of hedge funds involved in the Rosalind project and in the Overledger and Quant. So you definitely got a lot of good potential in there. So, and they're not selling, they're only accumulating. So just keep that in mind with that. But other than that, in the news, I think I know that their Overledger is live. A few other things per projects are live, and they're on they're basically on target for what they're trying to do, and it seems like their overall capabilities are going to start going live, are going to go live pretty quickly. Shout out to Jay, glad to have you in here. Thank you for your support. We are just talking about quant. Let me know if there's any questions you have about quant. But we do have a lot of videos on quant. You can go back, look on Rumble or YouTube, and look at the replays of every live. Yeah, we could take a look at Jasmine too. I know Casper's another one that everybody is hyping up. Jasmine coin. Let's take a look at that one. Let me just pull it up here. All right. So here we go. We're sitting at 0.003 cents so far. Let me take a look at it on here. So went live March of last year. And shout out to Jay. Thanks for the follow. Really appreciate that there, buddy. I'm gonna have to really do a deep dive into this coin, but it looks like we came out at $4 and we have dumped. And it's I'm not gonna lie there, Jay. It is mimicking every crypto that went to the crypto graveyard. But let's take a look at the project. Yeah, we got some people in here saying it's a scam on there. But let's just take a look at it here. The best way we can decide if it's a garbage token or not is if we can go to the website. So let's go to the website over there. Because right now the trade volume, well, it's got 12 million trade volume, but you only got 192 million market cap. I don't think this is going anywhere, but let's double check the website here. Oh, it's kind of hard to say. These look like stock photos, but I'll have to do some more in-depth research. But right now, it's not boding well for me. I would not invest in this. It's definitely not something. I mean, you just look at you can look at this chart. We went down, but if we take it off of the log, the price has been just down there, going up and down there. But I'll have to take do a deeper dive into it to really give you a good answer on it. Shout out to Brother D. What's your thoughts on Shiba? Shiba's probably not going to do anything as far as value wise, but because it's one of the staple meme coins, it's going to run up with the bull market because Doge, Pepe, and Shiba coins are all going to skyrocket because the average retail investor is going to recognize those and they're just going to dump it in there, thinking that there is value, but I don't think there really is any value in it. But it is a lottery trade, so put your whatever you're willing to spend on a lottery, put the money in for the lottery, and then let it take off. If it doesn't, then hey, you're comfortable with the loss. That's how I see it. But it will run up. Shout out to Fraud. Shout out to Jay. What about Anchor? We'll check out that one in a second. And shout out to Fraud09. I guess you are saying which cryptos do I have? I would say the ones I have: Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Link, Quant, Atom, Dot, Litecoin, and AdShare. That's what I have. But yeah, if you want to check out the portfolio, go ahead and check out what's in your portfolio. It's on YouTube. Link is in the description. Shout out to Fraud09 again. Average retail investor is broke, Mr. Hope. No, that's kind of true. They're just trying to cast a Hail Mary to try to get life-changing wealth, and can't blame them for their situation. But what we can do is understand how they're going to invest and and then trade accordingly for that. Yeah, shout out to Jay. XRP is now on Gemini. Shout out to Fraud, all trash backed by nothing but hope. Well, that's your opinion. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. Let's take a look at Anchor. I think that's what that is. Okay, the chart definitely looks a little better for me. Let me take a look at this on a point as well. Let's take a look at it under that. Okay, we definitely see some activity, at least with people buying and selling it. Oops, let's go over here. Trade volume down 9%, 8.5 million. Okay, net market cap of 243 million. And it seems like we got an all-time high of 19 cents. So let's take a look at what these guys are about. A decentralized blockchain infrastructure provider that operates on an array of nodes globally distributed over 50 states. Okay, well, yeah, definitely seems like it's got some potential there. It's got a hell of a lot of followers, a lot more than Jasmine Token. Let's see here, almost 300,000 followers are watching this, and I think it's on. I'm going to add that to the watch list. Oops, let's go back. There we go. Go ahead and add that to the watch list. Let's take a look at take a look at log. I don't know. It seems like there might be some potential with that one, Jay. We'll have to really take a look at it. Shout out to Top Demon. Thanks for the follow. Really appreciate it. Shout out to Jay. You're freezing like every 30 seconds. Might be my internet out here. Like I'm not in my office. I'm out in the boonies of Arkansas pretty much. I'm on the edge of the city. So I don't know if that affects my streaming speed, but I hope we don't seem to have any other delays, but let me know, guys, if you're experiencing the delays too. We'll see if we can. NYC here. Okay, great. Love that city. Love NYC. Might be a little hot right now, but I definitely like it during the fall. Definitely like visiting New York City during the fall. But you're dead smack in the center of finance, so it's anyone who's in NYC. It's like you got to represent when you're making trades. Any thoughts on request? Let me pull that one up too. That's Tickler. Shout out to Brother D. Thoughts on request. I'm hoping I got the right one. The REQ symbol. Let me know if that's one that we're looking at. It looks like. I did add Anchor to my watch list, so I'm gonna have to do another a deep. That'll be another one I add to my list of deep dives. Let's see here. What's it about? Okay, well it bodes well that's listed on Coinbase. Powers request network, open source protocol via mechanisms, anti-spam, government staking, discount, and independency. Utility token launched in 2017. Okay, so they've been around for a while. Creates a request for payment. They define which address payment needs. Okay, so they're simplifying payment requests and basically sending crypto back and forth. So we have an all-time high of $1.18, all-time low of 0.004 cents. Currently, right now at 8 cents. I mean, with the market the way it goes, it should go up with the market, but not a bad side. You do have quite a few people, like 2.5K, are following it, but I can't see the watch list. How many people's watch list is on? Okay, here it is. On 49,000 watch list. Okay, so not many people know about this token. It definitely. Let's take a look and see how it's trading. on here. Okay, let's expand out. Actually, it seems to be on an upward trajectory. Yep, back in the beginning of the month, we had a nice hefty spike down. I guess there was some news that correlated or just went up with the market. But yeah, it's on a steady upward trajectory. If you're looking at the chart here, shout out to the Ray, like that name. Thanks for the follow, and shout out to Jay. You're welcome, buddy. Look forward to seeing you again on the next live. Really appreciate you in here. Um, yeah, it looks like Rec is on its way back, on its way up. So definitely a good time to dollar cost average in a little bit, but I would make it more of a side bet to your main holdings of your wallet. I wouldn't over put in this just yet, but I also got to really check out what they're doing here. Where the heck is it? Oh, there it is. Okay, I don't know why it wasn't working. Let's take a look at their website. Okay, well, shout out to Brother D. Uh, I do appreciate your request and thank you too, brother. But you might have added this to our portfolio. I'm not gonna lie. This looks very interesting. I'm gonna have to really read more about it. I like who's involved so far. I'm gonna have to do a little bit more investigation on the founders, but overall, it looks like a solid project to get your money in. Uh, Looks like they have a Discord as well, so that's good. Then maybe you can directly contact a few people. Shout out to Kiki, welcome in. Glad to have you in here. The token we're talking about is REQ request. So and I think anything involved in the payment systems, because right now paying each other and um, paying people in crypto needs a lot of work and needs to be simplified for the everyday user who has no technology, who's not savvy with technology. Shout out to the Rary. How long have you been in crypto now, brother? And what exchange do you use for trading, though? Great. Those are great questions. I've been coming up on 2 years. This December will be 2 years in crypto, and I like to use Uphold and Coinbase, but mainly Uphold. Even though Uphold is more money, but I like people that charge what they deserve for their services. And basically, every token that's on their network, you can trade out to a hard wallet. So that's why I like Uphold. Although you can do the same thing on Coinbase, but they don't Uphold doesn't delist things immediately like Coinbase does. It will only really delist something if they determine it to be a fraud or a negative experience to their clients. Shout out to the Ray, about the same as me almost. Yep, well, hey, we're right in the same boat. Hope I can learn because like there's quite a few people in here been in here that are followers that have been in crypto for like 5 or 6 years. They're definitely great people to learn from. Definitely check out Crypto Dream. I know he's not in here, but definitely check out Crypto Dream's YouTube as well. He does a lot of good deep dives. Shout out to Tate 1971. Glad to have you in here. Welcome back, buddy. What wallet do you use? I recommend Arceus wallet and I recommend Nano Ledger X. They're the best. Although I took a look at the EliPal one. I like that one because you can do it off network too, and you can trade off network with other people. So if you wanted to send Bitcoin to someone else, you can do it because they store all your crypto on an SD card, and it comes on like a 4-inch LCD screen display wallet that it can work off of Wi-Fi or your cellular connection of your phone, but it can also do things offline too, which a lot of people like as well. But I definitely recommend Arculus. I could show you here. I did get the Arculus wallet because I like it because it's now becoming Like you get the card with the Arceus wallet. Now I'm not a paid supporter of it, but I do like it because basically this is kind of like your third step of verification to trade in and out of your wallet, as well as you can trade person to person with this. If they have the Arceus wallet, I can put this right to their phone and boop and trade over what I want. Um, Shout out to Tate 1971, and I shout to Teen 9071. Okay, T9071. Yeah. All right, there we go. Glad we got that right. And a shout out to Kiki. I've been using Rabbity IO. I'm not a big fan of those internet-based wallets because if you log into your Microsoft Office or that network or the Apple network, someone can log in there and take your info off of it. Shout out to the Ray Ray. Yeah, I use Nano for holdings, but been looking into Ellie and Arculus stuff. Yeah, they're both good too. I never had an Ellie wallet, so I couldn't tell you. Although I'd like to get one and do an unboxing of it for you guys at some point. But um, it definitely seems interesting. I like the trading offline with it. Definitely like that. But I prefer the Arculus because it's battle tested, 3 steps of verification before you can even trade out your crypto. So you do need your seed phrase, you do need your biometrics can be used, and your Google Authenticator app for it can be used, and then you have the card, which you need to have with you in order to trade in and off of it. But yeah, let me go back over here, back over to this tab. Overall, I'm going to add that to my watch list. I'm definitely going to add it to my follow on Coin Market Cap there because I think REQ is definitely has potential to go places. I just got to do more research on it though for you guys, and hopefully I'll have time to do. Got a lot of ideas for crypto picks for Crypto Pick Monday, so hopefully I can get all the videos done and get them all up there. And if you want premier access to them, because as soon as I finish making them, they go right to Patreon, and you have access to them instantly. And you can join the Patreon. Link is in the bio for that. Or if you're on YouTube, it's in the description as well for that. I don't think there's really much other to talk about. I do know that we're getting closer to October for the FTX and Sam Bankman case, although they did drop a lot of the charges. However, I think the court of public opinion is going to make this go to trial because investors do deserve their money back, and that guy needs to be punished for what he did to investors and the everyday person. However, I think it's extremely odd that he learned everything from CZ and Binance operates in the exact same way. So, and they're failing to produce accounting documents. So that's not good. If you're a multi-billion-dollar firm, you should be able to produce the accounting documents like that. There's nothing complicated. You might not be able to do last couple current months, but you can do last quarter and give them that. So if Binance does go down, the crypto market's going to drop 20 to 30, maybe even 40%. So just be prepared for that. We're going to be going back under $1 trillion if Binance does collapse. Other thing we got to keep an eye out for is we got stablecoin regulation that is coming. So be prepared with that. I know it's not out there yet, but it is coming. And we also got to be wary about CBDCs coming, although overall value of the crypto space, it's good for it, but in the long term, it's just not going to work out. It doesn't mesh well with the vibe of what crypto is, which is your privacy, your money, your crypto, your wallet, your seed phrase, your stuff. And with CBDCs, it's programmable money. So if they determine you to be a dissident, then they can just lock you out. And I'm not too much of a fan of that. But however, China has already had the digital yuan, and we're kind of seeing the effects of that. I kind of wonder how CBDCs will mesh with the U.S. Constitution as the the amount of control goes against your First Amendment rights of a freedom of pursuit of wealth and happiness. So we'll have to see how that goes. Um, I just I just don't see it. I see it having a negative reaction from most OG people in crypto, but for new people, they're going to use it because one, they don't know any better. Two, they're just going to use it because they're going to be told to use it, and that's how it's going to be. So, but with PayPal coming out with their stable coin, which is basically a CBDC, I would not use it. I would stay away from it. They are known, shoot, before even well before crypto, they were locking people out of PayPal for just anything, any reason, and they would not give you a reason. So, and I personally experienced that too. So, I would say stay away from PayPal. Anything PayPal related, stay away from. I'm hoping that PayPal coin crashes and burns. Yep, PayPal. I'm gonna have to take a look at this. Hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a deep dive on the PayPal coin too. I still don't like it. I think we should. This should be a collective effort to make this an absolute avalanche waste of money for PayPal. Yeah, and there's already some articles about being leery about PayPal stablecoin, so we'll have to see. But with that being said, I mean, that's not much else. I know I'm a little tired, so I'm kind of slowing down. But kind of final round. If you guys got any questions, answers, I'm also going to drop the link on YouTube if you want to join live and give your thoughts about the crypto market. I'm definitely going to drop that there. So definitely, if you want to join in, it's on YouTube, and we can definitely hop in. And if you guys want to give your opinion, shout out to K Max. Welcome in. Glad to have you in here. Hope you're having a wonderful day. I know I'm having a tired day and got a lot of work ahead of me tomorrow, but I hope you guys are having a great time, great day, and getting into that bag there. I don't see any other questions. Oops, there's someone there. So, oh, that's good to hear, K Max. Glad to see it there. Um, oof. I don't have much else to talk about, other than we're gonna see some regulation with stable coins coming down. Definitely going to see it, if not this year, next year. But the main thing to worry about with the crypto space is is what's going to happen with the FTX trial and what's going to happen with Sam Bankman, CZ, and Binance. Because right now they're uh, they're hitting it. They're going to get hit hard. Shout out to KMax. I hope XRP go to the moon. I'm holding. Uh, yeah, are you holding 85K tokens or 85K? But either way, that's definitely a good bag. If it hits the price target, if that's 85 tokens, so let's just for everyone there. I don't want to. I know KMax felt comfortable put it in there, but if we got 85K tokens times the 5.5 price target, the most optimal price target for its bull run, you're looking at $500,000 off of that. And right now it is, yeah, about a little over 50K. So just keep that in mind that that's a significant run up. Like you don't need a lot to get life changing money, but you can put in what you can, or maybe you only can put in like 5 grand and you'll get to 50. That's still great. Pay off some debts, get things in order, and start reinvesting. Shout out to Dee Dee. Welcome in. Glad to have you in here. Hi, for my 4-year-old. I was thinking to start with 18-month CD and then keep reinvesting. That's a good one. They also have for young kids. You can do there's I think it's like a 529 something, a 529 investment where you can invest towards your college tax free, but you want to go in and check your go contact a certified financial advisor or go into your local bank and talk to a licensed banker, and they can best plan to you. But I believe it's a 529 that you can invest in, and it doesn't have to be reinvested. You can keep adding to it, and it just keeps going. So, and you can withdraw it tax free when they turn 18 when they're going to college. I think they have to go to college for it to be tax free, because if they don't and then you pull it out, you get all the earnings, but you got to pay taxes. So just keep that in mind there, Dee Dee. But that is definitely a good plan. That is very good to start that off, because you're setting your child up for probably the best, a good financial start. Where if you're when you're coming to college, because college may or may not be even more expensive than it is now in like 14 years for them. So you got 14 years of compound interest, steady putting away. I think there's even a 529 with Vanguard that you can automatically deduct out of your paycheck tax free as well, so that you can optimize the returns. Shout out to Wally Newberg. Welcome in. Glad to have you in here. Definitely Definitely glad to see you in here. Hope you're having a wonderful day. And Dee Dee, I hope that answers your question. But a CD is good too. But I think a 529, you can only put in a certain amount per year. So you can always do that. And then once you hit the max contribution to that, you can then put the rest into a 18-month CD. But the advantage of a CD is that you can use it for anything. And every time you reinvest it, you defer the interest. You defer the taxes on the interest for it. But definitely go ahead and talk to your local licensed banker. Some of those credit unions have those products too. Or if you are a white if you are an active service member or a spouse of an active service member, um, there's definitely some other great investing and trading tools to do for that too. And that's information for all you guys out there. If you wanted to save or have a more secure way of investing, there's a lot of great things for service members and spouses of service members or veterans that you can take advantage of, and especially take advantage of the GI loan for your home too, because you can get that for like 2.75% interest for your as reward for your services to the U.S. So definitely check those out. There's a lot of benefits that people overlook, other than the VA. And then I heard stories of the VA, and how terrible it is sometimes. But there are some great things that you can do to help along the way, to help save while you can. With that said, I don't think there's much else to go. Not much else that is going over. Like I said, we're pretty much going to be flat. The market's going to be flat, I think, for another 2 years. We're not going to get this bull run until like mid to late 2025. I know some people are expecting it end of 2024, but I'm thinking end of 20, middle to end of 2025 for this bull run. So we still got 2 years of accumulation. It's just crazy. Shout out to Leon, W accumulation. Exactly. You definitely want to do that. Shout out to Dee Dee. Are you live every Thursday night? Well, we used to do this in the morning, but the mornings are just too busy. So our crypto news is going to be Monday through Friday after 6. And then what's in your portfolio will be in the morning. Although this Sunday we're going to skip what's in your portfolio, as I'll be out on the road. So we won't have that episode this week. So I do apologize for you guys. Or maybe if I can late at night do a comeback with one for you, because I'll be in the Dallas area then. But yeah, we Cody and I tried to do this, or at least I tried to do this Monday through Friday. I don't do anything Sunday, and then you get our like the crypto picks every Monday, stock pick every Friday, and then we kind of on Wednesday night we kind of go over a crypto scam for you guys every Wednesday. So just keep that in mind. Shout out to LJWB. Glad to have you in here. Why would you say that? I'm guessing about the 2 year period for the next bull run. It just seems like we're pretty stagnant right now. There's a lot of things in going on in the markets and in the global economy that's going to stagnate the crypto market. So it's just good for us, especially if you don't have a large portfolio. You can build. You still have a lot of time to build up at great prices. Shout out to Leon. What crypto niche are you accumulating? Just Bitcoin and ETH. Bitcoin and ETH are definitely ones I recommend for everybody. But I'm in interoperability and speed and the gaming tokens. That's what I'm into. So I mean the gaming ones you could pick a couple of them, but really FTN, Phantom, FTM, Matic, Gala are the three that I really like. But then interoperability, I have Dot, Quant, and Chainlink, and then you have XRP and you have XRP, ETH, Ethereum, Litecoin, and uh, Bitcoin in there. But I also have AdShare in there because AdShare is allowing for creators to earn money too, utilizing Web3. So it's under the thing of ADS, I think. Let me take a look here. Yeah, it's under ticker symbol ADS. Definitely a good buy. It's been holding strong at the 70 cent range. So, and I have a feeling that's going to go gangbuster. Because remember, I'm in the gaming tokens because GTA 6 is coming out and it's going to either utilize crypto or create their own cryptocurrency for their play to earn. So it's definitely something I think is going to positively affect the market with that. Um, Other than that, like a lot of what I have is really just blue chip projects that have strong bases, strong direction. So I don't really invest in a lot of like lottery grabs. As I say, like putting in a bunch of money and hoping it goes to the moon. I'm not trying to do that. So, but with that said, I guess I'm all caught up on all your guys' questions. Let me just take a look here. I don't see anybody coming in. So, good. My mic was on the whole time. Oh, shout out to Cali X2. Welcome in. Glad to have you in here. Glad to have you in on the live. And I know that you're joining a little late, but hey, I know that you got some family, brother, and that's okay. But another great supporter of ours, also one of our great moderators. So definitely don't piss him off. So what's up to you, buddy? Hope you're enjoying life and getting to that bag there. I don't really have any much else to say other than there's on our Patreon we're going to do quite a few specials. Cody and I want to do an interview segment with six prominent people, so we're definitely going to have that in there. But that's only going to be on Patreon. Um, Shout out to LJWB. Do you balance your portfolio between stocks and crypto? Yeah, I like always stocks definitely. Crypto is a very high risk asset, so it should be the last one getting into, especially if you got family. But to just make sure you make your investments very carefully in crypto. But there are a lot of good bets in there. But that's just my opinion there. But I always even I try to tell Cody be heavy on stocks along with crypto. So that's just my opinion. But I'm more stocks than crypto at the moment. Shout out to Didi, another. There's a piece of land that I'd like to buy. I'm working, and my income goes to my house. Uh, if your credit score is good, usually you need about 800 or better if you want to buy land to develop it. um how should I put it? It can be good. It just depends on where you're buying the land. What do you want to do? Like if I was buying an empty plot of land, it would be in an area where I can develop it to that a, a home developer will come in and buy it. So set it up, like lay down the power conduits, lay down the sewer pumps, and zone out the roads and get those all set up and everything. But that's an expensive project. So you need about $500,000 of capital, and you need the money to buy it, as well as to finance all the road crews and everything to work. My If you're going to do that, my best bet for you to do is, if you can, if it's feasible, go buy like a duplex or a triplex and then rent those units out. And depending on your credit score, can determine how big of a down payment you're going to have to do. Shout out to Cali X2. Not getting the notifications anymore. I have to check in on my end. And you might have just accidentally unsubscribed, or it just might be just a simple glitch. But no worries. We're glad to have you in here. Okay, it's a shout out to D. It's a small piece suitable for a private house. Okay. If that was going to be like a home you were going to live in, yes. Unless if you're talking like a tiny home, then it might be best to rent it out. I don't know which city you're in, so it's very hard to say. But it has to be an area with good schools, a good economy in that city, access to no more than a 40-minute travel to the main areas of town. That way, someone who can rent the house that's off that you put on it, can afford the cover. But building a house from scratch, I would probably wait on the land. You can buy the land for cheap and not develop it for a while, and then use the land, the equity that you build in the land to satisfy for collateral for rental properties. I recommend getting rental properties first before you start trying to do all that. I see. Yeah. Okay, I see what you mean. So it would be an upgrade from what you own now. Depending on your age, I would hold off on the upgrading, especially since I know that you got a 4 year old. Unless of course your family is expanding, then it would be. I wouldn't recommend building right now though. The costs are too high. The labor is too high. Everything's too high, and you're going to go over budget. So, and right now, just to build an average home is like $400,000 to $500,000 just to build it up. Not to mention, you got to get an architect, you got to get a general contractor, so the general contractor will get all the permits, or you have to go get all the permits that you need. You have to find out. You have to go through all the codes and bylaws of where the land is to make sure that you can build a certain house a certain way. There's a lot that goes into it. Like you can't just buy land and build what you want. You got to build it to the township's codes or the city's codes and bylaws. Shout out to Cali X2. I started to research decentralized science. DSci, any thoughts on decentralized science? To be honest with you, Cali X2, this is the first I've heard of it, so I'll definitely have to read up on it when I get a chance. Um, I definitely have to read up on it. So I can't give you an extra, although it sounds intriguing, but I have to see what it's about and see what companies are involved, how big the market is, and we'll have to see where it's going. Okay, there are tokens with potential. Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely have to do a deep dive into that then. If it's a cryptocurrency involved around that, I'll have to do a deep dive in for that. And then next time I'm on live, I'll have to bring it up for you guys. Um, but I think I'm all caught up. I know some of you guys just joined in. Apologies for that, but really appreciate you guys. Definitely, guys had a lot of great questions and everything. Today, we're at the hour mark, and I got to make my couple videos for crypto and everything else. But shout out to Dee Dee. You're welcome. Thank you. I can answer those questions anytime. We don't just have to talk about crypto all the time too. We could talk about stocks or anything else, or business or anything else that you like to talk about. Shout out to Cali X2. I'll do my deep dive too, so I can give some input. Hey, love to set up a chance we can go live together and talk about it, and maybe do it as one of my crypto deep dives as well. But with that said, guys, I'm going to check out. Going to grab something to eat. I already had dinner, but I'm going to grab something else because I'm still a little hungry. So with that said, guys, stay safe. Remember to respect the process. Invest in research everything you want to invest in. Don't ever risk the entire nest egg. Don't do lottery. Don't go gangbuster on lottery investments. Do your research. Respect the process, and only invest in things you understand. And don't ever invest more money than you're comfortable losing. But that's it, guys. Hey, really appreciate all the support. Really appreciate your guys on everywhere because we were live on all channels. So really appreciate all that. Thank you, guys, and good night to you all too. Shout out to Dee Dee. Good night to you too as well. Hope you guys have a great day, and I hope we all learned something there. Shout out to Kyle XU. Thanks for your awesome lives and sound advice. Hey, appreciate you guys joining in. You guys definitely give me some nice hard questions to answer. None of the I guess the teenage questions, I guess. So, but thank you guys, and I will see you next time. Hopefully tomorrow evening, about the same time, maybe a little earlier, around 6 o'clock. So that way more of you guys can come on. But thank you guys. Thanks for all the likes and follows. Really appreciate it. I will definitely be checking you guys later. Have one.